Hi there, it's Donna from Taffy Crafting. I'm filming today under a little bit of strange circumstances. My daughter, she's brought some friends home before they go out again. Bearing in mind it's 20 to 9, this is just the start of their evening, and they're being quite noisy upstairs. So they're just chatting and they're having a few drinks before they go out. So it's starting to get a little bit noisy up there. So we'll see how we go. But if you can hear general chatter in the background, that is that lot upstairs. There's only 3 of them that are making enough noise for about 17. But anyway, here we go. Thank you for joining me today. I decided to join a challenge that 3 of my fellow Stampin' Up demonstrators, there's Vicky Lou Designs, Crafty Karen Designs, and myself. We've been challenging each other every Sunday, or all the way during the week to be honest, but every Sunday to post just something that we've both been making, and we're going to share each other's blogs. So I'm going to leave links to those blogs and videos if they're making videos in the description bar below. But also if you could click on the link to my blog, and then that will direct you to their blogs as well. Please go and give them some support. We're working very hard at our Stampin' Up business, and it would be just amazing if we could gain some more followers and some subscribers. Would just be absolutely awesome. So I got invited to a tic-tac-toe challenge, and basically you're given 9 themes to follow, and you're going to pick 3 of them, and it goes into a line. You can see the details of that on my blog. So the 3 themes that I chose was favourite colour, birthday, and circles. So I've been building up my circle punch collection, and I think I've got them all. So I'm going to use some of those. I'm also going to use the classic label punch. If I had to choose a favourite Stampin' Up colour, no, it would change every day, but today I'm going with Night of Navy. I love Night of Navy, and it's, you know, if I ever buy a pack of cardstock, if it's not white or black, it's going to be Night of Navy, because I love it. So if there's a colour that I use the most, it's going to be Night of Navy. But you'll probably see another video of mine and I'm saying, oh, cherry cobbler's my favourite colour. So, you know, it changes on a daily basis, just depends on my mood. So I'm going to do some layering, which, you know, a lot of you will know that I love layering. And I'm using the Sia Silhouette DSP just because it's super pretty, it's gender neutral, and, you know, it is what it is. So I'm starting off with a piece of cardstock that measures, what does it measure? 11, it did measure 11 3/4 by 8 1/4. And then I've just sliced that in half along the long side. So now I've got a piece of cardstock that measures 5 7/8 by 8 1/4, and I've scored down the middle at 4 1/8 to give me an A6 card base. It's getting noisier upstairs. So that's my first piece of card, and then I've got a piece of Night of Navy. I'm going to decorate this first before I put it onto the card. I've got a piece of Night of Navy, and that measures 4 inches by 5 3/4. Need to get my measurements right. I've then got a piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 2 1/8 by 5 5/8. Yes, and I'm going to put that on there, and it's going to go, I think I've decided I want it to go pretty much in the middle, and you'll see why in a minute, because the placement of my circles depends on where this is, and I thought, well, rather than messing about with it and trying to jiggle about with it, just bung it in the middle, it'll be fine. So I need some glue, which I've got already prepared upside down, so it's going to come out. It's a bit sticky on the top. Let's get rid of that. So, oh gosh, I'm sure you'll be able to hear that noise. So I'm just going to keep chattering over it. I've been to Birmingham for the day, well, actually overnight. Met up with some old school friends, and we went for a spa. It was absolutely amazing. My old school friends live in the south of the country, and I live in Wales, right over to the west of the country. So we meet up in Birmingham every few months, and we tend to stay overnight in a hotel, and we just chat and natter and chat, and it's lovely. So this piece of DSP, that's my pen gone, DSP measures 5 1/2 by 2 inches. And the other thing I like about this, it doesn't matter what way up it goes. Oh, they're moving about upstairs. So yeah, so I'm feeling nice and chilled. I didn't have to drive there. I took the train. And then we just were pampered in the spa. We had a lovely lunch and we had a few wines and we had some cocktails. We had a lovely dinner and it was just really nice to catch up. And I've known these two girls. One of them I've known all my life and I'm nearly 50. And so it's really nice to catch up with them. Before I decorate that anymore, I'm going to put that onto my card base, just so it doesn't get too heavy and fiddly. So yes, after that spa treatment, my skin is absolutely glowing and I'm feeling super chilled. I've got a week before college breaks up for half term, so I'm looking forward to that. And I'm taking my husband away to York for the weekend. So I am in a good mood. So I'm just trying to get up to date on my crafting, actually try and get a little bit ahead on my crafting and making a few projects this weekend before we're away next weekend. So that's the basis of my card really. And then what I've done, I've got some silver foil paper and I've cut these out with the 1.5 inch circle punch, and I want them to sit there. And this is the reason why I wanted, oh you can't see that, this is the reason why I wanted to put this panel in the middle, because what I want is for those to sit at the top of that so we can't see the corner, and I want that to sit there so we don't see the corner. And I'm just going to put those down with some glue. So these projects that I'm doing with my other two fellow Stampin' Up demonstrators are going to become part of Share It Sunday. And on Share It Sunday, I'm going to be sharing with you their projects as well. We're both quite different crafters. I like to do a lot of 3D stuff, like boxes and things. Karen is the fancy fold expert. And then Vicky, she's really good when it comes to putting colours together and designs for cards. So we each have our own strengths really. Right, so I've then got, using the 1 3/8 of an inch scallop circle punch, I've got some Night of Navy there, and I'm just going to put that on there using some Tombow. I'm just going to put that in the middle. I think the silver goes really nice with blue. Just gives it a little bit of, it's not even sparkle, I think it just, I don't know what it gives it. A touch of elegance. So I'm just going to put that to one side for it to dry. Now I want to stamp something on here, but as yet I haven't really made up my mind what I want to stamp on it. And I think it's going to have to be some words of some sort. So I'm kind of looking up here on my stamp sets thinking, well, you know, what's going to fit in here? And it's got to be a birthday theme, I think, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm just going to pause this video and then just find a sentiment, and I'll show you what I'm going to put as the sentiments, not only on my circles but also on the classic label punch shape as well. So I'm going to have a quick look for that and I'll be back with you. Okay, so I have chosen the Timeless Tulips stamp set, and we've got a happy birthday sentiment in there and we've got a hello sentiment, so we'll use both of those. So I'll just get 2 blocks out to save some time on that. Oh, they're moving about up there. I don't know how youngsters do it. They don't go out till about 9:30, and they'll come in the early hours of the morning. As long as they don't wake me up, I don't mind. They're sensible girls as well, so I don't mind too much, but my goodness, when they're getting ready, they make a racket. Right, so I've got 2 white 1 1/8 scallop circle punched circles here, and I'm just going to stamp those. And probably what I would normally do is stamp the card and then punch out the circles, but we'll see how we go with this. I might have to I might have to do that again. So I've got my Night of Navy ink. I'm just going to ink up my sentiment there and put it in the centre of the circle and a little stamp. That's come out beautifully. First time as well. So we're going to have 2 hellos. Got those there. Just put that over there like that. And then on this classic label punch, and again I would normally stamp this onto the paper and then punch it out. In fact, I'm going to have to do that, it's just way too small. So let's put that on there like that. That's just, that stamp is lovely, absolutely lovely. I love the way that stamps out. Okay, let's put my ink away, trying to be nice and tidy, so I've got another video to film this evening. So I'm just going to get the classic label punch, just feed the card through, line it up. That is tight. That is really tight, but it does just about fit. There we go, all done. Now it's going to get a little bit intricate now. I've made life a little bit difficult for myself, but if you don't push yourself, then things don't look... Oh no, I've got ink splodged on that. No, I haven't. It's a bit of fluff. There we go. So I want to put that on, both of those on there, and I'm going to put those on there using mini dimensionals. Of course, you all know that I love mini dimensionals. I'm obsessed with them. I don't know why. Just obsessed. I just like the extra bit of dimension that it gives to a project. But you all know how super stingy I am with them. And I don't like to use any more mini dimensionals than is needed. I'm a frugal crafter. Okay, so that's got that on there. And there we go, we've got that on there. Now, this is where it's going to get just a little bit fiddly. Now, I've got 2 pieces of foil here that I've actually punched out using the classic label punch. And all I've done, if I can show you, so I've got the classic label punch and I've just punched 2 halves. Can you see that? So I've just taken that, punched 2 halves. It hasn't got to be exact because, so you just get a little slither of silver out like that, and you do that twice. Let's get that out of the way. And then I need to put them on there like that, because then what I'm going to do is then place, oh, that's the plain one. I've got there it is, the stamped one. Let me show you what I'm going to do. So they'll go on there like that. So we're going to, and that's why wet glue is going to work with that. And then we're going to place that on top with mini dimensionals. Now this is going to be tricky. It is going to be really tricky. So let's just do it on camera and make it even more stressful. So let's try this first one. I'm running out of glue. I've gone through so much Tombow recently. So what I've got is a pair of tweezers for this because my gel nails stop me being really exact. Now I'm just going to put that there. Where it's gone down, that's where it's going to go. And then we're going to get the other one, and this is where it will get a little bit tricky. But the effect will be amazing. So get that there, and we want the gap between those 2 slithers of silver to be as close as possible. I've got a little tiny splodge of glue there, but it doesn't show too much, and I'm just going to leave that there. Don't want to fiddle with that anymore. I'm going to get my, come on, can't pick it up. I actually cannot pick it up. There it is. So now I'm going to get my sentiment there, and I'm going to put 3 mini dimensionals on this. One on one end, one on the middle. I can't believe that noise. One in the middle. I'm glad I'm so near the end of this and their music has started, but I am not giving up. I won't give up. We're not ruining this, it takes too long. So I've got my sentiment there, and I'm going to put that middle bit right in the centre there, because what I want is to have a bit of an overlap, it's down now, of that silver. It's not gone as well as I would have liked. I would like to have seen more silver, but that's it now. I can't do anything, but it depends on what way you look at it. I've given that as best a go as I can get, but really probably what I needed to do was actually punch out 2 of those, but it's there. That's it. I can't change that now. So there we go. There it is, my tic-tac-toe challenge, birthday, favourite colour, circles. So I think that's ticked all of those boxes. Challenges are absolutely fantastic things to join in. So if you love crafting, just go into Facebook and search challenge or search tic-tac-toe challenge, and there'll be a group somewhere that you can join. They're very easy to join, these groups. Sometimes you have to answer a few questions first just to make sure that you're an authentic crafter, and then you can join in the challenges, and it just pushes you a little bit to make something different and to just push outside your comfort zone. So I hope you've liked this. I'll have another project coming up in the next couple of days where I go back to my usual 3D boxes, and I'm making some Easter egg boxes in my next video. So thank you for joining me. I'll be back again soon. Bye bye.